Only have one day to explore Grand Teton National Park? Don't worry, you can still experience some of the most incredible scenery, wildlife, and unforgettable viewpoints this park has to offer. While you could easily spend a week wandering every trail, lake, and overlook, one well-planned day is enough to understand why Grand Teton leaves such a lasting impression on everyone who visits. Today, we're taking you on the ultimate one-day adventure through Grand Teton National Park, a day that starts with sunrise over one of the most iconic mountain ranges in America, continues with peaceful lakes, hidden waterfalls, scenic drives, and wildlife sightings, and ends with a sunset that feels almost too beautiful to be real. Set your alarm early, because the perfect day in Grand Teton begins before the sun comes up. As you drive through the park in the quiet darkness of early morning, the jagged peaks of the Tetons slowly begin to appear against the brightening sky. The roads are still calm, the air is crisp and cool, and for a few peaceful moments, it feels like you have the entire park to yourself. Your first stop is Mormon Row, one of the most photographed places in Grand Teton National Park, and one of the best spots to begin the day. The historic barns here have stood for more than a century, but it's the backdrop that makes this place unforgettable. As the first light of day spills across the valley, the rugged mountain peaks behind the barns begin to glow in shades of gold, pink, and orange, creating a scene that feels almost cinematic. It's one of those moments that no photo can fully capture, no matter how many times you've seen it online. Take your time walking around the old buildings, listening to the silence, and watching the valley slowly wake up. Early morning is also one of the best times to spot wildlife, so keep your eyes open for bison grazing in the fields, pronghorn moving across the open grasslands, or even a moose feeding quietly among the willows. After sunrise, it's time to grab breakfast before heading deeper into the park. Whether you stop in the small community of moose for coffee and a quick bite, or enjoy a picnic breakfast you packed yourself, this is a good moment to slow down, check your gear, and get ready for a full day of exploring. Make sure you've got plenty of water, snacks, sunscreen, comfortable hiking shoes, and bear spray if you plan on hitting the trails, and download offline maps before you lose cell service, because reception can be unreliable in many parts of the park. Once you're fueled up, make your way to Schwabacher Landing, one of Grand Teton's most peaceful hidden gems. A short walk brings you to the edge of the Snake River, where calm water often reflects the towering Tetons with almost perfect clarity. On a still morning, the mountains appear upside down in the river, creating one of the most beautiful scenes anywhere in the park. This is the kind of place where you don't need to do much except stand still and take it all in. Listen to the birds, watch the water move slowly past the banks, and scan the shoreline carefully. Schwabacher Landing is known for wildlife, and it's not unusual to spot beavers, river otters, bald eagles, or even another moose if you're lucky. From here, continue to what many consider the heart of Grand Teton National Park, Jenny Lake. Fed by glaciers high in the mountains, Jenny Lake is famous for its unbelievably clear water and spectacular alpine scenery. Towering granite cliffs rise directly above the shoreline, making it one of the most recognizable places in the entire park, and one of the best places to really feel the scale of the Tetons. The best way to experience it is by taking the shuttle boat across the lake to the trail leading toward Hidden Falls and Inspiration Point. The boat ride itself is part of the experience, giving you a chance to look back across the water and admire the mountains from a different angle before stepping onto the trail. As you hike through the pine forest, the sound of rushing water grows louder with every step, until Hidden Falls suddenly appears, cascading over massive granite rocks surrounded by lush forest and cool mountain air. It's a short stop, but one that feels like a reward in the middle of the day. If you still have some energy, continue another half-mile to Inspiration Point. The climb is a little steeper, but the reward is one of the best panoramic views in the park, overlooking Jenny Lake, Jackson Hole, and the surrounding mountains stretching as far as the eye can see. It's the kind of view that makes you stop talking for a moment and simply appreciate where you are. Back in the car, continue driving along Teton Park Road, one of the most scenic drives in the United States, and one of the best ways to experience the park without rushing from one destination to the next. Unlike many mountain ranges, the Tetons rise dramatically from the valley floor, without gradual foothills, creating one of the most striking skylines anywhere in North America. Don't worry about moving too quickly here, because some of the best moments happen completely by accident. Pull over whenever you see an overlook that catches your eye, and always keep your camera nearby. Wildlife can appear almost anywhere along this road. Depending on the season and a little luck, you could spot elk, mule deer, coyotes, black bears, grizzly bears, bald eagles, trumpeter swans, or even wolves. Just remember to admire them from a safe distance by staying at least 25 yards away from most animals and at least 100 yards away from bears and wolves. Around lunchtime, make your way to String Lake, one of the most relaxing spots in the park and the perfect place to slow the pace after a busy morning. Its shallow, crystal-clear water and incredible mountain backdrop make it ideal for a picnic, a quick rest, or simply sitting by the shore and enjoying the view. If the weather is warm, dip your feet in the water or watch kayakers and paddleboarders glide across the lake while the mountains reflect on the surface. After lunch, take some time to explore the easy trail connecting String Lake to Lee Lake. As you move farther from the parking area, the crowds begin to disappear, replaced by peaceful forests, quiet shoreline views, and the kind of stillness that makes you forget how close you are to the rest of the world. Lee Lake feels wonderfully secluded, and on calm afternoons, the water reflects the surrounding mountains like a mirror. If you have extra time, renting a kayak or canoe is one of the best ways to experience these lakes from a completely different perspective, drifting across the water with the Tetons rising above you in every direction. As the afternoon begins to wind down, head toward Snake River Overlook. This famous viewpoint became legendary after photographer Ansel Adams captured one of his most iconic images here. And once you arrive, it's easy to understand why. Looking out over the winding Snake River with the towering Tetons rising beyond it, the landscape feels timeless, almost unchanged by the passing of years. It's one of those places where you naturally slow down, breathe a little deeper, and just take in the scale of everything around you. But as beautiful as this stop is, we've saved the best for last. As golden hour approaches, drive north to Oxbow Bend, widely considered the best sunset location in Grand Teton National Park. The calm waters of the Snake River often reflect Mount Moran with incredible clarity, while the evening light slowly paints the mountains in shades of gold, orange, pink, and purple. This is one of the most magical times to be in the park, not just because of the light, but because wildlife becomes especially active during sunset. Keep your eyes open for moose feeding near the shoreline, bald eagles perched high in the trees, river otters swimming through the water, or even a trumpeter swan gliding silently across the river. As the last light disappears behind the mountains and the Tetons fade into silhouette, it's hard not to feel grateful for the chance to spend even one day in a place like this. Grand Teton National Park isn't just about checking famous viewpoints off a list. It's about slowing down, enjoying the journey between each destination, and appreciating the incredible landscapes and wildlife that make this one of America's greatest national parks. One day may never feel like enough, but if you follow this itinerary, you'll experience some of the very best Grand Teton has to offer, from sunrise at More Monroe to sunset at Oxbow Bend, with unforgettable stops in between. If you enjoyed this guide, be sure to like the video, subscribe for more national park adventures, and let us know in the comments which stop would be first on your perfect day in Grand Teton National Park. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.